Kamshul, welcome in. Tell folks where you are in Malaysia, as specifically as you will, and what's on your mind.
Hi, Mark, Dan, Sean. I'm calling from Kuala Lumpur. First, I want to say I felt great when the House passed the big beautiful bill. To give perspective, I've been running oil and gas business the last 30 plus years, covering Southeast Asia, Middle East, and I have business relationships in US. In fact, going to be in Texas maybe August. I disagree with Elon. Just like any business, the country can run with its current cash flow, projected growth, tackle the deficit, even after the midterms. I actually wanted to talk about China, but this Iran thing bothers me. And I have a question for you guys. Someone from Muslim background, I see things that most people from my side would never say. You cannot negotiate with religious extremism and political Islam is that. An Iranian regime is an existential global threat to the economy and safety that affects America, Americans, and the world. I think the Israelis understand this. I don't think MAGA does. So that brings me back to Iran and all the other influences of destabilization due to political Islam. The nuclear capacity is only a means to an end to the Mullah regime. My question is this. Whilst I applaud the short-term win of stopping a nuclear Iran, political Islam or Islamism will keep on rising and be a threat for global trade and growth. So unless there is policy of containment, do you think the Trump administration recognized this issue? Because I don't see a clear strategy in managing this. Is there, and so what is?
Great question. Sean.
I'll push to Dan first because I'm still trying to. Or can you just synthesize? Like, are you saying what exactly are you asking?
Does the administration understand that trying to negotiate with this regime is doomed to fail because they're?
Yeah. Thank you. The answer is, as you've heard, I know you've been on watching a long time. I firmly believe that there's no good deal that can come of this, right? They are not a people or a regime that can be trusted. So I understand President Trump. He is just the consummate deal maker. He thinks he firmly believes, and with everything in his fiber, that he can get a deal with anybody. That's just who he is. It's in his id. Tell me the problem, let me fix it. That's who the guy is. He's a fixer. I just don't think that these people, yes, you can reach a deal. I don't think you can ever trust them. That's my point with the Iranians. And so I think there are definitely some around him that share that view. And then there are some who believe that, we've shown them the might of the U.S. military and they'll take us seriously. So I think it's a great question. I think there's a debate within the administration about this at the highest levels. I am not a person who believes that that they can ever be trusted. So whatever deal that you come up with them won't matter.
Dan.
I think the administration, and I think both parties do realize what you're talking about. I think the challenge is you're really talking about regime change. And that's the problem. Nobody wants to be and I think even the Israelis, I'd be very curious, if we could pour truth serum to Bibi Netanyahu, like, what is the end game? I mean, the Ayatollah reemerged over the weekend. He's now, twice spoken publicly. We don't know, what's going on. And of course, they're not the only regime in that neighborhood that we've got worries about. So, George W. Bush spent a lot of time trying to separate the religion from the leadership, from the political leadership, and trying to split that, apart. It's hard.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for the question. Appreciate it. Enjoy Houston in August. Lance, welcome in.